Gamers are fucking stupid nowadays. Children have the faintest clue of what a real video game is. I'm gonna give you a quiz. Are you ready? I've talked to one before, I know, shocker. I have a simple test for those that have an interest in dating. Do they play Super Mario World or any other relevant platformer? And do they cosplay? I cosplay, and unless the person you tell that to cosplays, they think you're weird, at least in my experience. I remember telling a girl I did a Batman 2022 Bruce Wayne cosplay, and she said, "Why would you pretend to dress as another person?" And then a week later talked about what she was going to be for Halloween. There's also a moron epidemic, but that's a whole nother conversation. You see, another girl I once talked to played video games. When I asked what game she rocks, she said, "Guess." I responded with, Animal Crossing, Mario Kart 8, she played a Switch, if you can't tell. Miitopia, damn, that's a good video game. Stardew Valley, Cuphead, Super Mario 3D World, and Super Smash Bros. Now, I went this far because she kept saying better after each game, so I was just listing some good, solid classics that are on the Switch. And this being, because a real person would never say this, proceeded to say Fortnite. I've never regretted having attraction to an individual more than that moment. You had Super Smash Bros. And Miitopia on that list, and you said Fortnite? Fuck you. The world is hurting as these fake gamers continue to rise. People who play Fortnite, Rocket League, Apex Legends, Siege, these stupid-ass free games just give a bad rep to the community. You want a real free game? A good free game? Don't bite me, bro. One of the greatest games ever made, and it's free. This is what indie is about. Kids these days are so spoiled. I wanted to cry when someone said Force Unleashed was ass because it had QuickTime events. Watch your mouth, boy. You will never understand how innovative QT events were. Without them, we would have never gotten Minecraft Story Mode or Heavy Rain. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that's a good game. That game's fucking awful. If Ethan Winters is the Jesus of gaming fathers, then Ethan Mars is the Antichrist. But anyways, the pandemic is getting worse. I'm still a youngin', but one of the only things my father did right was have me play the classics as soon as possible. When I was about 9, there was this bar my dad took me to, which had an original NES system loaded up with Super Mario Brothers. And I sat down, picking up the controller. I was used to the soft, rubbery Joy-Cons of the PS3 and 4 controller. It's unfortunate that 5 dogs had to be sacrificed for my one controller, but picking up the plastic rectangular controller that the NES used felt different. My father then looked at me and said, "What do you think?" And in my head, I thought, why the hell is my dad sounding like one of those samurai dudes on TV that would hand a weapon down to their son? This drunk piece of shit hasn't had a coherent thought around me since I was an infant. But then he followed up with saying, "You know, that's the console I played growing up." Something clicked in my little brain. Despite having access to works of art like Batman Arkham Asylum, Don't Bite Me Bro, Super Mario Maker, Dragon Age, Shadow of Mordor, and Skyrim, something was so cool about the simple pixel graphics of this old game. Playing it, I wandered into the underground level, and in my first playthrough ever, I found the secret tubes behind the one pipe that sent you forward through the game. I died immediately going into World 4, I think, but my dad laughed and said he did the same thing but on his second playthrough, saying that, "You might be smarter than me already, buddy." Well, no shit, you did crack, but love you, Dad. You introduced me to Super Mario Bros. And Kirby's Dream Land. He bought me the collector's re-release of the NES that came preloaded with a bunch of games a few months later, and I played all of them. I didn't finish them all, but damn it, I played them. I also discovered in 2019 at this time, I was about 11, that on my Nintendo Switch you could play SNES games, so I went to town playing classics like Super Mario World and Super Mario Kart and Kirby's Dream Land 3. I had a blast and immense appreciation for these games that a kid my age normally didn't play. I'm not trying to act like some gamer supremacist. Well, I am actually. I'm a better gamer, bite my ass. I feel like people these days play games not for the art, but for the slop. It happens with all form of art. Movies began as a very beautiful art that eventually gave creation to shitty TV like Love Island. Paintings were mastercrafts that could take days, even weeks to finish back in the day, while today people throw a paint bucket at a canvas and call it some bullshit like Epsteinian shit splat of rainbow barf. Look at EA, who made games like Mass Effect, Alice Madness Returns, Spore, and Titanfall. They fell down so hard that they had the fucking gall to release Anthem. People shit on Nintendo, but at least there's soul in their games. Capcom, Rockstar, Valve, Sony, TT Games, Rocksteady, Sega. Some have their list of bad games, but they actually put art and craft into what they make. And these are just companies that have published more than one hit games. There are thousands of beautifully crafted pieces of technological masterworks that exist in this dumbass world. And you have kids playing Call of Shitty 52, Return of Al-Qaeda, the remastered Redux Xbox Series 4.20 GOTY edition. I was sad to see that Call of Duty is still a top 5 played game on PlayStation. Why? Activision would sell you to sex trafficking for a half-chipped penny. At least Epic Games would wait for the price to rise at a quarter. These once prosperous titans of gaming have been reduced down to a soulless, poorly made shit show that might as well be designed to drain the consumer of any ounce of joy they had ever had for gaming. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather pay $20 for the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection and get access to 3 thrilling action-adventure stories that have an engaging storyline with wit?
Whoa there, cowboy. That's relieving me at the dock.
Humor?
I'm sweating like a hooker in church.
You brought a hooker to church?
Why not?
Tension? And drama?
A thing of such great evil must never leave these shores.
Or pay $70 for the newest Call of Duty? If you said Call of Duty, you're stupid. Stupid. Expensive games aren't even that outrageous if you're getting what you paid for. Resident Evil 9, Elden Ring, Jedi Survivor, Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. Fuck, that's a good game. I'm not anti-AAA, I'm anti-triple shit. It's high time gamers wake up to what a real game is about. Men on TikTok laugh at women who play cozy games like Stardew Valley and, I don't know, fucking Life is Strange, but these women are more gamers than an NBA 2K or Madden player will ever be. The gaming community is doomed if you ignore Last of Us 2, Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, Lego Batman 2, Dwarf Fortress, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, FTL, GTA 3, GTA San Andreas, GTA 4, GTA 5, GTA 6, Injustice, Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, at least one Counter-Strike game, Sonic Adventures, probably, Sonic Unleashed, most Sonic games, Lego Star Wars 3, any Lego game, actually except Incredibles and Force Awakens, Mountain Blade, RimWorld, No Man's Sky, Pixel Piracy, Project Zomboid, Shadows of Doubt, Star Wars Empire at War, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 OG, KOTOR 1, KOTOR 2, Star Wars Rebellion, Streets of Rogue, Terraria, Minecraft, I guess, Dying Light the Beast, every Halo except Infinite, Vampire the Masquerade, Red Dead 1 and 2, all Dark Souls games, Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, any Larian Studio game, all Resident Evils except Umbrella Corps, all the Mario games, and the best game ever created, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League.